radio for the masses.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
If the game is rigged, change the game. Game changer.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
This is Fade to Black with your host, Jimmy Church, on the Game Changer Radio Network.
All right. Good evening. How you doing? It's Fade to Black. Yeah, it's Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. Tonight's an AMA, AJA. Paul Heineck had a medical procedure done today. That's where I insert a joke, but I don't really know what's going on, and I'm tempted to do that, but I don't want to Jimmy Kimmel this bitch. You know how it's going. So anyway, tonight's an AMA, AJA, where you get to ask me anything. We try to do this once a month, and it tends to be sometimes when there's an emergency. But that's what we're going to do tonight. And it's pretty cool that we can do this because, yeah, I'm going to be gone for the next couple of weeks. So I'm here tomorrow. Ron James is going to be here. But then after that, I've got to fly to Chicago and then turn around and fly to Boulder and tape Beyond Belief. So I will be back in about 2 weeks. Yeah, living out of a suitcase for a while. But, life is pretty good. It could be a lot worse. And you know what I do when I travel? I take whatever it is. So let's say it's a 10-day trip, right? There's 10 pairs of underwear, 10 pairs of socks, 3 or 4 shirts, 1 pair of pants. but I make sure, right? I need my shaving kit, toothbrush. Oh man, and all that's in there. I mean, I make sure that there's and that stuff never gets unpacked. It's just always in my suitcase, and certain things are always in there. They don't come out. But that's how I travel, man. Just as long, I'm serious too. Clean socks, clean underwear. I don't care what I have on top. I don't care if you saw me in it yesterday or if you're going to see me in it again tomorrow. My butt don't stink and my feet are comfortable. Yeah. All right. See, that's what you get with an AMA. Yeah, that's what you get. You get the real stuff. The real stuff is happening tonight. All right. So this week on Fade to Black, last night, an amazing show. Chris Ramsey was here from Area 52. Really great conversation. Paul Heineck was supposed to be here tonight. We're going to be doing the AMA. Bill popped up in the chat. So what's up, man? No DMT talk? I said, man, we can DMT this thing all night, man. It's up to you. He thought I meant do it. No, I could not imagine. I don't know how Joe Rogan did that. I don't know. Tomorrow night, Ron James is here. Great director. I think he's head of media relations, head of media over at MUFON too as well. And we're going to be talking about his efforts with Disclosure out of Washington, D.C. and his new film that is out. Okay, or is coming out. I think the trailer is out. We'll find out tomorrow. Okay, we'll find out tomorrow. Thursday, we are off air. I'm very excited because my next event is coming up this weekend in Delavan, Wisconsin. That is the Contact Modalities Expo. And we're going to see you there, and if you're late on getting your tickets, you can still do that. ContactModalitiesExpo.com. Links for that are below over at our website and throughout social media. You guys remember Sarah Ann? Just absolutely amazing. And I don't know where she's living these days. I think she's I was going to say bi-coastal, bi-state, Florida, and am I giving away too much, Sarah? And Wisconsin. But she is going to be I've never met her after all these years. I don't even know. I've known her for a very long time. Very cool. But she's going to be at the Contact Modalities Expo. And I am really excited about that. She had texted me, "Hey, man, I want to go to the luncheon." I said, "No, well, I'm going to have to sneak her in as my guest because there are no tickets available." Anyway, so post your questions right there in the chat. Please put them in all caps. Tonight, AMA AJA, which is stepping in for Paul Hynek. And man, he wrote me, I don't know if he's medicated or what, but he wrote me like 3 or 4 times today, giving me his status up. And I'm serious. It went from wide awake to something funky to man to I'm out. I saw the stages of it. I saw this. That last email was hilarious. I'm like, dude, you're repeating what you put in the previous email, but you're slurring your speech with your text. Yeah. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. All right. Let's go. I don't know where to start. Okay. So let's set the stage a little bit for tonight. I posted some pictures or a picture on social media. I went and got a vitamin IV drip. Heard about this for a long time. I've got friends that do it, and hey, Jimmy, we're gonna go. You know, you want to? And I always, I didn't have the time or couldn't do it or whatever. But I've always wondered about it and know that I need it. I know that I take a lot of vitamins and I try to take care of myself and drink and eat right and stuff. Lots of water, but I've never done it. Have you? Okay, so the experience, I don't even know what okay, so my friend Bree, who I hang out with a lot, she's really, really cool. And don't get too excited. I don't mean it like that, but her and I are friends. She's a local business owner here, and she has a clinic, and she's really cool, and she really knows this community and stuff, even though she's not part of social media or what we do here, but she's on top of her game. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. And as a matter of fact, like 3 days this weekend, it just worked out. She's like, I'm sitting at a sushi restaurant. You want to come by? Yeah. So I go and I find a new sushi restaurant. It's called Hayes, really good. And so I have sushi, and it was amazing, by the way. They were closing. They stayed open. So I did that. And then that was like Friday night. Then Saturday night, same thing. She's, left her off. She, hey, I'm at want to come by and have dinner? Yeah, okay. So I go and I find this really cool brew house that she's at that I didn't know existed. And just weird. And then so Sunday rolls around and we scheduled me going in and getting this IV drip. Okay, so now I set that up. So Bree, I trust. Okay, obviously, if I'm going to hang out, I only do that with people that I know. Okay, that's it. People that I know and trust. My private life is private. So I go and I get and the stuff that I took, or she gave me, I should say. I don't even know if I can pronounce it, but one was called Plenish IV, and it's called a nutrient cocktail. That's it. And it's the whole I have a privacy screen on this, so you can see what it does. Anyway, it says 50 milliliters single dose. So that it's a big bottle. Okay, so I took that, and the list of stuff that's in here, I can't even pronounce any of it, but I see magnesium chloride is in there, but the rest of it I can't pronounce. So there was that, and then these 2 vials, I took the and a sorbic injection and glutath. Is that what that says? And those are 10 milliliters each. And so did the injection, the IV, and strange that you can taste the vitamins, by the way. Tastes like a Flintstones vitamin and the back of your throat. That was pretty bizarre. Pretty cool, because I like the taste of Flintstone vitamins. And after we were done, we said goodbye. I get in my car and driving home, and I felt it. I felt very clear. I felt very rested too, as well. But this is what I ended up doing. It was the next day, which would have been yesterday. I was hungry, and I'm never hungry. I was hungry. It was crazy. I got that, but very clear, very restful sleep. Yeah, for the last 2 nights. Really cool. I'm sold on the IVs. Okay. So that kind of sets the stage. And the reason why I got it now, and I'm going to do it as soon as I get back in town, is because I knew that I was about to leave town for a couple of weeks, and, airplanes and schedules and working and everything. That, you know what, let's try it now and let's see what happens. I don't know. Do you do it every week? Do you do it every other week? Do you do it once a month? Those things I'm going to figure out. I think it's all about the body. So there you go. Okay, let's get to your questions. Jimmy, this is from Renee. Renee, you are the best. Renee, first thing this morning. Renee, man, what's going on? Jimmy, I'm here. Okay. All right. Renee's the best. Jimmy, have you had any unusual animal behavior around your home this spring? I had a roadrunner with head crest, and really, and a dead lizard in its beak. Really, kept trying to walk through my sliding glass doors, trying to give you a gift. Yes. And by the way, I have seen so many roadrunners now. Never saw one before my entire life. Watched the cartoon a lot. Roadrunners are exactly like the cartoon. They look the same and they run the same, and they're pretty fast. I've had them run next to my Harley. Yeah. I mean, not 50 miles an hour, but roadrunners are a trip. Anyway, around my house, something unusual has happened over the last week. Somebody's outdoor cat, and I think it's my neighbor across the street, catty corner, because that's where he always runs, is hanging out around my house. And when I go outside, he runs across the street and jumps the fence and is gone. But for some reason, he's hanging out here, and she, white and black, like tabby, full fur, good looking cat, actually. Good looking cat, outdoor cat, but never for the last 5 years was never around. And this last week, I've got a cat hanging out at my house, my neighbor's cat. I haven't fed it. I haven't done anything with the cat. I don't know why he's picked me in my house for this, but there you go. Okay, next up. All right, this is from Dr. Strange Doom. Do you know Robert Edward Grant? I do. I know Robert quite well. Good guy. It's kind of a strange question, though. You obviously haven't watched my stuff over on Gaia or here on Fade to Black. I've had him on the show a few times. I just recently did a couple of things with him over at Gaia. Oh, maybe they're not released yet. I thought they were. Maybe they're not. Okay. All right. I take it back, Dr. Strange. That's a good name, though, by the way, Dr. Strange Doom. If they're not, if those shows aren't out on Gaia yet, they will be. And we did We did 2 things over at Gaia. So anyway, all right. Yeah, Robert's pretty smart guy. He's a pretty smart guy. We did he wrote the AI stuff for Gaia. And I interacted with the AI, and it was pretty strange. And so, yeah, that's got to be out. That's got to be out. That's got to be out on Gaia. Right? I don't know. I have no idea what's been released at Gaia. I haven't. I'm not that. I'm into myself, but not that much. I don't go and check. I haven't seen the Beyond Belief page or the Into the Vortex page or shows or anything like that over at Gaia. So you'll have to go and visit that yourself and see if those are released. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Yeah. Robert loves his numbers. Robert loves his numbers. Okay. This is from Carl. Carl, how are you doing? Carl likes his emojis. He does. Carl, can we have story time with Uncle Jimmy? Maybe a musical theme. Oh, story time? How long of a story time? All right. Oh, okay. Okay, you want story time? Here is I'm going to pull up a folder that I have that's called Vintage Jimmy. I don't know what's in the folder. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff there. No, I don't know what's in the folder. So let's see what's in that folder. Yeah, you want story time? I'll give you some stories. Let's see. All right. Stay with me. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So first up in the folder is this said image, which is that's me right here. This is probably, if I'm going to take a guess here, I'm going to say this is 1997. This is Elise's, and this is the Elise's marketing team. Man, that was a strong marketing team. So that's Don Hanna. I don't know the guy. That's Jeff Lady behind me. That's Jeff Klopmeyer's not here. I don't know the other 2 girls' names. Look, man, it's 35 years ago. So I don't know everything here, but that's me. That's the Elisa's marketing team. And there you go. All right. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay. This is our old building in Culver City. That's right. I just saw the second picture, so now I know what I'm looking at. This is when we moved from this building in Culver City and moved the entire company. We had 4 buildings here over to Santa Monica. And this picture is taken on the same day. So again, that's Jeff Lady, that's Jeff Klopmeyer, that's me, and then next to me is Jim Mack, our boss, and then Don Hanna. And the building immediately behind Jeff Lady on the left, that's MTV. That's the MTV building. And then our building was behind whoever was taking the pictures here. Yeah, there you go. Man, this is crazy to see. Doesn't even look like me, but yeah, there you go. All right. All right. So, here we go. All right. So here is our band Emergency. I think we just got done playing. And there I'm holding 2 guitars. All right. And there you go. So that's our drummer, John Dominguez, Mick Stone, our singer, Tony Zanzola, our bass player, and then me. And I don't know where we were playing, but it was a club of some kind. You can see the bandstand there. But this was 1984. The band was called Emergency. Wow. That's a crazy picture. Huh. Okay, this is me back in Indianapolis. This is at my parents' pool in the backyard. And this is right after I got out of the hospital because I'm wearing my hospital scrubs, my hospital pants. And this is right when I got out of the hospital, and my mom invited some people over, and I came over. I was in a wheelchair, but I posed for these pictures. Yeah. So in this, I'm probably 20. God, look, you can see the reflection there. Oh, okay. I want to see if you can see my mom. I think my mom took this picture. Okay. That's what that is. Oh, here it is. Same shot. That's me, 20. Man, I was so sick. This was after 30 days in the hospital. And I'm smiling here, but man, I was messed up. I was really messed up. But that was the thing back then, right? Bandanas, right? I always had a bandana on your neck, trying to look like Eddie Van Halen. I was just like everybody else in the world. Okay. I don't know what that picture is. That's me. I don't know where it's at. And there you go. But that's me. I've got a Bart Simpson shirt on there. This is probably 87. Oh, oh, wow. Okay. This is when I was on ABC TV on the news. And there you go. There it is. ABC 7. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. This was, I don't know the date on this, but this is 2020. This would have been 2012. Yeah, 14 years ago. Okay. Whoa. This is back in Indianapolis. This is in a Waffle House parking lot. That is my old roommate, Bruce Pfeiffer. And I went back to Indianapolis to visit with my girlfriend, Kira. And I think Kira took this picture, actually. And this says 1986. 86. That sounds about right. Yeah, 86. High school graduation picture. Note this shirt. Okay, so this is, oh no, this is not my senior picture. This is my sophomore year in high school. This picture was taken in Panama. And it seems like I have a bunch of pictures from Panama, and I'm wearing that shirt in every one. I either liked that shirt or it was the only one that I had. But that's me, 14 years old. Yeah, 14. Let's see. Here's Bell Laboratories, and that's the art group at Bell Laboratories. This is Julie Bliss. That is me. That is Jennifer Jones. That's Tim Norris, and that's Bob McCrary. And we were the art group. There was a couple other people that were in the art group that are not here. One is Chuck Haynes, who's probably taking this picture. He was our photographer. And Leanne, and she's not in this picture for some reason. But there we are. That's the art group. That's Bell Laboratories. And this was, I think this was at the Castleton laboratory. Yeah. And again, look at my fashion. Look how I dressed at Bell Labs. Open collar shirt, some kind of whacked out pants. I have no idea. But I definitely thought I was all that. This picture, 18 years old, maybe 19, right out of high school. There you go. All right. Oh, this is the other half of that picture. Okay, so that's Christine Mercado, and that's me. So that means this picture was ancient. I'm going to say 89, 88. 89, 88. What is this in the background? What does that say? Helms. I don't know where this is taken. It's at a nightclub or something somewhere. But that was my girlfriend. I lived with her for a while. And Christine Mercado. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Next. Okay. All right. Man, this is old stuff. This is me in high school. These are my neighbors across the street. That's Delaney. Delaney Smiley. And her whole family, the Smileys, they lived across the street from us, very close. I'm still close with them. Randy Smiley, I just saw in Indy every time I go back. And I think that's her cousin over here. I don't know who that is, but that's Delaney. And Delaney is, you know what's funny? In this picture, so Delaney's probably 8. I'm probably 16. In this picture, I'm wearing an Izod, so I was still living with my parents. Anyway, so I'm probably 16 here. Delaney is probably 8. So that puts us 8 years apart. Now I'm 62, and Delaney's my age now. She's 55. But back then she was, my best friend's little sister, and now she's my age, and she's still incredible. We still talk. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's my stepdaughter, Deanna, and me. 2003, 2004. Oh, it says 2005 at the top. I think this was Father's Day, but there you go. Look at that. She was amazing. She is amazing. Same age as my daughter, Nicole. Same age, or just a couple months apart. Okay, there's me, age 20, 21 at Disneyland with my friend Rob. I have no idea why this picture is in here, but there you go. God, I was skinny. Oh, this is a cool picture. Okay, so this is me playing golf. That's Doug Aldrich here from White Snake and Dio, my best friend at the time. Actually, all of us were like best friends. That's Mark Kovar. He did a bunch of the voiceovers here on Fade to Black. That's Jim. He's a friend of mine from high school back in Indy. He flew out for this golf tournament, and that's me wearing golf clothes. Yeah, there you go. But that's us at the golf tournament. Doug Aldrich, one of the best guitar players in the world. Everybody knows who Doug is. Lived down the street from me, best friends, but and I worked with him forever. And he's been on Fade to Black. But an amazing golfer. Doug can play golf. He'd like to tell you he plays golf better than he plays guitar. Oh, look at that. That's an old flyer. That's a flyer from our band Emergency. Is there a date on this? Is there a date? This has got to be 1984. Gazzari's. Jimmy Church guitar. Tony Zanzola, Mick Stone, John Dominguez, Rock West Attractions. Wow, that is old. Yeah, this is 84. Marvina Steffens. Wow. I wonder what happened to Marvina. So that's one of our early band flyers. Yeah, it's hard to believe that is 40 years old. All right. Oh, there you go. That's me at our rehearsal studio. This would be 87, 86, 87. 86, 87, something like that. There you go. Different band. This is a punk band I was in called the Foam Decoys. And there you go. That's trippy. See that Panama tattoo? There it is. I am probably 120 pounds wet in this picture. Enjoy. Okay, that's Graham Bonnet and myself. This was an interview we were doing. I think there's a recorder at Starbucks. We sat here for 3 hours That's Graham Bonnet from Rainbow and Alcatraz, one of the greatest singers ever in the history of rock, and a friend now, will always be a friend, and just oh man, just so good. When you think of those songs All Night Long and just so good, just so good. But there's Graham Bonnet. All right. Oh, senior yearbook. Look at that. There it is. Jim P. Church. That's not my middle name. So I've never seen that. So it's a typo. It says soccer, 10, 11, assistant, 12th. Soccer, 10th and 11th grade, assistant, 12th grade. There's my senior picture. There it is. All right. Boom. Oh, here's me, 14 years old in Indianapolis, wearing my Q95 t-shirt with my Gibson the Paul. Same group of friends. There's Jim, the guy you just saw in the golf shot. There's Bruce Pfeiffer, who you saw in the Waffle House shot. There's me. And Kurt Stokes, and then my next door neighbor growing up, the pictures of me next to the pool, on the pool. His house was next door. And this was a party that they threw for me in I think this is Randy Smiley's garage. Maybe that's who's taking the picture. I don't know why Randy's not in this picture, but there you go. All right. Okay. So this is Panama. There I am. I'm wearing that shirt. I'm wearing that shirt. I love that shirt. So this is some friends of mine. This is out at the Bodega, which was a place where we set up and jammed with our band and played. But yeah, that's pretty classic. That's pretty classic. Wearing that same shirt. What can you say? All right. All right. Boom. That's me again. Oh man, I missed that Les Paul. I missed that Les Paul playing a power E chord. So we got, Lynn. Okay, so this picture, this is at my parents' house. This is the house with the pool. I'm going to say I'm 14 here. And there's Lynn. And Lynn and I still talk to this day. We're very dear friends. But here, we're both the same age. So we're both 14 years old here. And she came and visited with us from South Bend. God, we were just little kids, man. Wow. Incredible. This was probably a 70, I'm going to say 1978, 1979. This might have been when I was visiting. That's right. I was visiting from Panama that summer. So yeah, I'm 14. So, and that's when we met. Would have been 78. Wow, crazy. And this is Lynn and I many, many years later. This is us as adults. So here we are. This is Lynn and I when we're 14. And here I am. I'm probably 25 and she's 25. Yeah. Incredible. We're just best friends. Never, nothing. Just best friends to this day. To this very, 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 very day. So, but there we are, 25 years old. That's nuts, isn't it? Boom. Boom. But these are right next to each other in this camera roll. Yeah, Lynn was special. Oh, here she is. Okay, so now, so this is when I got out of the hospital. She came down and visited. So this is many years later. So this would have been 1983. This is 78. So that's 5 years later. Look at us. Man, we were just Yeah. Yeah, we were really close. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is a magazine ad for Moser Guitars. I don't know what year this would have been. I'm going to guess because it has the flame in it. So this would have been 85. What's that say? Jimmy Church with a Moser Flame. Photography by Michael Friel. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, there you go. Oh, there's Lee Garver's phone number. Everybody call it. Oh, that's me and my daughter, Nicole. Nicole, take a guess. I'm going to say month old, 2 months old. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm going to start crying. Look at that. Yeah, 2 months old. That's fresh out of the oven. Oof. This picture was sent to me. I don't know who took it. I can tell you this is the bedroom that I had in Pasadena. My bedroom in my house in Pasadena. And that guitar is my original Ibanez Roadstar with a new neck that I put on it. I can't tell if that's got a Floyd Rose or not from this angle. But yeah, so again here 20 years old. Looks like I'm standing on my bed. I have no idea who took this. This came to me on Facebook in whenever Facebook started, 2000. When did Facebook start? 2008 or something. And somebody found me on Facebook and sent me this picture that they had taken. And I don't know who the person was. So somebody visiting. Another shot of me. This is me in Quiet Riot. I'm recording their live album. That's all my gear here. Those are Lisa Sadads. These are Mike Prees. And but that's the band. That's Rudy Sarzo. That's me, Kevin Dubrow, Frankie Benali, and Carlos Cavazzo. Wow, Frankie Benali is no longer with us, and Kevin Dubrow is no longer with us. Carlos is playing in Rat now. And Rudy is back in Quiet Riot. But there you go. This was in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel. I had to remember that. I don't even know what this picture is. I can tell. Okay, that's Ron Smiley. That's me. I don't know what we're doing or who took this picture, but I'm going to say 16 years old. This is across the street from my parents' house. I don't know why that picture was taken, but there you go. Okay. This is me. It's Randy's future wife and then girlfriend, Chris. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I'm looking at my hair. So this is when I got out of the hospital. So I was visiting. They lived across the street. So that's what happened. All right. Oh. Okay. This is me on, looks like German TV. I don't know what this picture is. I've never seen it. I only say German because I'm reading that. Is that German? I don't know. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it's me on a TV show that I don't know what the TV show is. So I have no idea. Oh. Okay. So that's me here. And this is senior picture from Warren Central. I worked at the bookstore, so that's the bookstore crew. I don't know anybody here. I have no idea, but that's at Warren Central High School, and yeah, it says right here, bookstore assistants. Yeah, right there, Jim Church. Jim P. Church. That's pretty wild. Okay. All right. So this is me at the whiskey. Would have been 1985. And there you go. Doing my thing at the whiskey. Just like a bumblebee. That's me and Zach Wild in his studio. I don't even know. This would have been 2006. I cried in there. 2007. Somewhere in there. But that's at his studio, which is called the Vatican. Oh, there's another magazine ad. There you go. Custom price, $900. You know how much these Mosers are going for today? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000 on Reverb. All right, there's Ron Smiley again. That's me. That's Uncle Robbie, and that's Deuce. So this would have been, I think, at their house. This is across the street from my parents' house. Again, would be around October 83 birthday. There you go. That's what it says. Somebody sent me this picture. So they said it was October 83 birthday. Oh, that bit is my birthday. Okay. There you go. All right. So that's enough of that. Here's some storytelling, and I hope that got you through. Okay. That was just random. This is from John. All right. The most underrated Pantera song. Easy. Hole in the Sky. Their cover of Black Sabbath, Hole in the Sky from Sabotage. It's incredible. Nobody talks about it. Tens is pretty good too. It's a dark song. It doesn't even sound like Pantera, but and nobody talks about that either. But Hole in the Sky, yeah. Every time I hear, it's like, why doesn't I get the Pantera hits. Where's Hole in the Sky in that discussion? Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs to play too, as well. Okay, let's see what's next. Outcast Jeff. Jimmy, do you have to pay your guests? No. And do you smoke in your house? What? No. Smoke in my house. No. You know, one of the things that really makes me happy is if somebody comes in my house, it smells nice. All of it. There's no, that's how I roll. There's not that many people around that you can go and ask, because it's just it's a very short list of people that have been invited into my home. But if you ever get a chance, ask. Does Jimmy smoke in his house? Nope. That place is spotless, clean. All of it, everything. My mom, my stepmom, or my real mom is no longer with us, but my stepmom, clean freak that she is, germaphobe that she is, can walk through here and not say a thing. She couldn't do it. So there you go. That's a great question, though. Do you smoke in your house? Who says I smoke? Okay, so what if the scientists, this is from MWL, what if the scientists are being silenced because they know what's coming? Yep. UFO motherships or something about pole shifting planet taking more hits from asteroids. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's address this a little bit. An MWL. An astronomer just recently found out why we were getting all of those flaming meteors over the last couple of months, because an asteroid had broken apart and its tail of debris, our planet, which is moving around the sun, was going through it. Follow me? So we were plowing through it and it was entering our atmosphere. It was strange, wasn't it? It was like, man, you could go out any night and see something flaming in the sky. So that was that. And I'm glad that's all that it was. But the rest of it, and talking about this recently, the Chinese are going through the same thing. And some of the Chinese scientists that their list is just as long as ours, have associations with us over here. Remember this: Russia, the United States, China, the ESA, the James Webb, were all the differences between countries, whatever it may be, with us in Russia or us in China or whatever these issues are that are going on, us in Canada. When it comes to space, those scientists and those space programs, they ignore the politics, and we just, for the most part, work with each other. And until recently, all of our astronauts were being flown up to the International Space Station by Russia. Make no mistake about it. All right? All of that darkness between us and Russia, but we're still, so that it's a different so the dying or dead or missing Chinese scientists right now have connections to McCaslin, have connections to Wright Pat, have connections to NASA. Yeah. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. I don't know how this is going to pan out. It's a crazy situation. 2222. What? Jimmy, I'm flying to Peru a day early. What's the best restaurant I should hit? Well, Ken, we're going to do it together because I'm flying to Peru a day early. Yeah, because, all right, for that reason, there are a couple of restaurants that I love in Lima. There are a couple of the places that I like to go to. So, Ken, I will take you to the coolest, hippest spots. We're going to hang out all day in Lima. I'm flying in kind of 2 days early. I'm getting to the hotel at around 10 at night. And then that next day, I have completely free because I just want to spend my day in Lima. I love it. So, Ken, you and I are hanging out in Lima. Okay? All right? You got that? We're going to have so much fun. I'm going to take you to Manolos. Churros, world famous. Oh, it's amazing. Wait, Ken, your life's going to change. All right, so there you go. Ken, you and I will be hanging out. Jimmy, what's on your shirt, man? It was my DMT shirt for tonight. It's my DMT shirt. It's my DMT shirt, man. And I was prepared. That's my DMT shirt. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? How do I it's all backwards, but there you go. It goes all the way down there. It's cool, isn't it? There's minerals and crystals in the ink. So yeah, it glitters, man. It glitters. It's cool though, isn't it? I really dig this shirt. I have like 5 of these different designs. It's not for everyday use, because I have to explain it to people. But those, if you know, you know. All right. Packing tips. Yeah, man. All right. Okay, what are your thoughts on the prison planet hypothesis? Okay, great question. Here's you can fit any idea into any other idea. You can. Depends on your background, what's your foundation, what are your interests, what are you researching, what have you seen, what have you traveled, what have you done? Where's your head at, right? And then anything else that's out there that is suggested. So the prison planet, can that fit? You can get that to fit. You can get anything to fit, because when it comes to these ideas, these theories, it's not really a conspiracy. I don't want to label it that way, because if it's true, it would be a conspiracy. But is everything just love and light? Is everything dark? Are we soul containers? Are they soul containers? Is this a prison plan? Anything you can take it in and have it fit. The prison planet hypothesis, I never fully bought into it, because I think it's the opposite. See, that's my take. I think we're moving in the opposite direction. So that's my thing. The prison planet ideas, they don't fit me and my mindset. Yeah. So everybody has their own way of looking at things. And if somebody resonates with the prison planet hypothesis, and they go, okay, right. Well, that worked. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm okay with that. I totally am. It just doesn't fit where I'm at. It just doesn't. Okay. Let's see. Vacuum bags for packing are amazing. I've heard that too as well, but you only do it once. What do you do on the return trip? All of your bags are now expanded. Or do you suck the air out? Oh, maybe that's how you do it. All right. Or do you have a little vacuum thing that plugs in? I know you can do it from home going out. How do you vacuum bag on the return trip? I'm just saying. And that's coming from Stella. Okay. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Is it true John Denver was born in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947? Is that true? Hold on. I'm is that true? Well, let's go. Let's go to Wikipedia. John Denver, born December 1943. But in Roswell, New Mexico. Died October 12th, 1997. That golf picture that I just showed you of Doug Aldrich and myself and Kovar, John Denver was in that golf tournament. Yeah, I met him that day. I'm not sure, but my memory says that he died in that plane crash like that month or a couple of weeks later. But yeah, I met him that day. I just he died in Monterey Bay. Yeah. But no, he was born in 1943. Wouldn't that been? That would have been crazy if it was 1947. Let's see. What years are your explorers? I have some that are older, some that are younger. He's talking about These guitars behind me on the bottom, that one is, I don't know how old. It's about 10 years old. The one next to it, that's a custom shop. That one is about 15 years old. That's a one of a kind. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guitar. And then over here, I got to point with this one. This one is a newer reissue. It's about 5 years old. And then this one here, that's the Metalocalypse. Is that how you say it? Metalocalypse. That's that. I have a couple other ones that aren't behind me, but that's what they are. So yeah, the white one, I mean, they're all great. They're all great, except okay, so this one has a Floyd Rose on it. Okay. The rest of them are all or stocker. This one, that's a custom shop. This one, the white one. So everything about that is different. Pick guard inlays, knobs, layout, and everything else. And I forget what the pickups are in there, but it's got some kind of custom shop thing. They all play great. They all play great. Probably that Floyd Rose, the Metalocalypse one, that one plays like butter. And that one's 24 frets. That one. It's 24 frets with the Floyd Rose. Very strange, very cool setup for an Explorer. This one is a bone stock reissue, 58 reissue. And then that's, like I said, that's a custom shop. And this is a Corina. It's a Corina, 58 Corina. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Randy Wilson. What's your favorite cup of Joe? Please describe the roast, the grind, the brewing method, and add-ins. Okay. My favorite is Fade to Black blend. It's my favorite. Brewing method is 90% of the time is French press. So I have a kettle, French press. Grind is a medium grind. I have a flat burr grinder and I'm still zoning in on that, but I hit somewhere in the middle to coarse on that. It's got a slider and I vary on that. I'm not committed to the grind. So now when I do pour over, I do the opposite with a pour over. I do a finer grind. And the other thing that I do, because I have a separate, a really nice Italian espresso machine. And with that, that's a super fine grind, Turkish grind. And then if I'm in a normal mood, I will single shot of espresso into my French press after I pour it. I use half and half. And sometimes I use Italian sweet cream from a couple of different makers, but half and half. I black is fine with me too as well. But yeah, no sugar, nothing else. I just want it straight. You know what I did today? I had a shot of espresso right before the show, right, like 90 minutes ago. Had a single shot of espresso. I gargled it. I did. I love coffee. I gargled the espresso. All right, let's take a break. It's our once a month AMA AJA. We're going to take a quick break. I'm your host, Jimmy Church, and I see the next question coming up is about David Wilcock. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to get your alerts and access to over 2,000 videos. Click that subscribe button right now.
Contact in the Desert is back. Come see a legendary lineup of iconic speakers, including George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, Daniel Sheehan, George Noory, Whitley Strieber, Chris Ramsey, Dr. Diane Hennessy Powell, and many more. Join us in beautiful Indian Wells, California, May 28th through June 1st, as we explore Infinite Realm. Get your tickets now at contactinthedesert.com.
I'm heading back to the Midwest for the Contact Modalities Expo, May 1st through the 3rd, 2026, in Delavan, Wisconsin, at the Lake Resort. It is beautiful. This is a great conference right in the heart of the Midwest, where I'm from. I'll see you there. Just go to Contact Modalities Expo, that's XPO.com. I will be hosting and presenting once again at Contact in the Desert. That's May 28th through June 1st, 2026, the largest UO conference in the world. Come and hang out with us June 23rd through July 1st. Tickets and everything else that you need is at contactinthedesert.com. Want to change your life? Want that paradigm shift? Then visit Peru with Brian Forrester and myself for the Inca Celebration of the Sun, June 23rd through July 1st, 2026. A full 10 days of visiting the country, all of the amazing sights, and of course, the celebration of the winter solstice. It's all simple to do. Go to hiddenincatours.com. Come join us for the Monty Python Scotland Tour, August 1st through the 9th, 2026. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event where you get to go to the castles from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. August 1st through the 9th, 2026. Just visit HaleyARamsey.com. Watch Into the Vortex on Gaia TV. It's Fade to Black for the screen. Simple to do. Go to Gaia.com, search Jimmy Church, or click on the link below. Follow Fade to Black on Twitter at JChurchRadio. Get all of the show updates every single day. It's now called X, but who cares? Go to JimmyChurchRadio.com and become a Fadernaut. Get a membership. That's right. Everything is commercial free. You have access to downloads, and you get to call yourself a Fadernaut. River Moon Coffee, makers of the Fade to Black blend. Truly the best coffee on planet Earth. Just visit rivermoonwellness.com or their Amazon store. It's all simple to do. You can check out the Fade to Black blend, the Game Changer blend, or any of their Black Moon Wellness products. It's the only coffee I drink. It is the best, and it's Doc. Again, rivermoonwellness.com. All right. Welcome back. Fade to Black. It's our once a month AMA, AJA, where you get to ask me anything and we're just hanging out. I can't believe I went through that vintage Jimmy folder, but that was good for me too as well. I haven't seen those pictures in forever. And so anyway, post your questions in all caps. Saw this one coming, so let's pop it up there. I answer everything. What are your thoughts on David Wilcock? All right. My thoughts are not to be discussed. The personal side, David and I were very close for a number of years, and we lived close to each other and spent a lot of time with each other. Okay, so but that stuff stays where it is. And the reason why, okay, if his passing was a car accident, then I would discuss things probably a little bit more. But the way that it happened, that it's just it's something that I have to deal with and everybody else on their own. And so I don't know if I'll ever talk about that stuff. And that's where I'm at with it. The other half of it though is the amount of people that are using his tragic death for clicks, right? David, channeling David, or he's speaking to us from beyond, or the spirit. Blah, 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 blah. That's just bullshit, and it's not true. And that's what I mean by that is not true. That's somebody, and I know some of these people too. I haven't said don't do it. I haven't commented. I've been very tempted to, and the amount of attacks and abuse that he had been. So many people online in this community do that, have to go through that, and he did. And I, that's where I'm at. That's my response. Oh man, I think I've been thinking about it every single day. All right, it's just something that I'm not going to discuss. And those out there that are posting that, shame on you, just shame on you. There are so many, he affected so many people that are really grieving, that are really going through it, man. I mean, like, for real. I totally get it, because I am. And I totally understand. And then those out there that want to take advantage of it, and so I'm going to leave it right there. I mean, just shame on you. I really hope that you got the fame and your ego is fed, that you really think that the best thing that you can do right now as a human being is post clickbait. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. And shame on you. So that's my take. I don't know if I ever will. I don't. I just see my mind is just thinking about, and I just can't turn that stuff into words. I can't turn those thoughts into words. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with David. Okay. And all of you, no matter what your connection with David is, or if you've read his books or whatever, and you get this kind of news, and you're forced into getting your emotions involved in this. I hope that you're dealing with it the best way possible. And my thing, I was just texting with, I'm not going to say who, but I was just texting today with somebody about this who was, close to David. And we both said the same things. I don't want to talk about it. I don't. And I'm not right now, and probably never will. All right. And there you go. Okay. We got that out of the way. Let's see what's next. Let's see. Are they back from the moon yet? Oh man. That was good. I like getting caught off guard. Jimmy, are you a fan of the Y Files? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Would you enjoy him as a guest interview? Yeah, well, we're working on that right now. I don't want to give I like surprising everybody, but I was just on the Y Files, and so it's not out yet. But I want AJ on the show. I was talking about this the other day, and I went through, and it was bad, man. I went through a Y Files, just one after another, just for days, maybe weeks, watching all of that content. And what I enjoyed about it in the Hecklefish is just genius. Genius. I wish I would have thought of that. Is this a lot of what AJ talks about are I've done too many shows, right? I've done too many shows that are it's content that I have covered and I have researched personally. And AJ has a way in his presentation that makes it very digestible. I like his approach to it, but I also he hits on stuff that I didn't know about, on stuff that I have covered. I mean, deeply. Yeah, the Y Files is great. I haven't watched the interviews. I haven't done that, but the Y Files in the original format, it just really well done. AJ is really, really good at what he does. So he's going to be on Fade to Black. Well, we just had Chris Ramsey on last night. Out of all the stuff that is out there right now, the two that I've is AJ and Chris. Their work is really, really, really solid. It's really good. So we got Chris out of the way last night. AJ's coming up here soon. Okay. Yeah. Huge fan. Huge fan. All right. Let's see here. Jimmy, Sharon Lee here. Are you going to get a new crystal skull soon? I've got a bunch of new crystal skulls. Would love to see you unbox. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, I've got some new crystal skulls. I do. What one of the skulls that I just got is a meteorite skull, and it's pow. Yeah, it's really cool. All right, I got a meteorite Merkaba. Yeah, I got that too as well. All right, let's see, and that's pretty. That's a chunk too. It's pretty cool. All right, I see. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. Okay, Jimmy. Hi, were you in the Gate Gifted and Talented program in school? If so, have you ever dreamed of Mall World, a shared dream space many go to nightly? Most in the Gate program dream. What? Is that true? All right, let me tell you why I'm tripping now. Okay, because and this is from Jerry Castillo. Wow. Okay, I've talked about this on the show before, but I've never heard of. I dream a lot of malls. I'm going to look into this Mall World. I don't know. Hold on for a second. This is the first I've heard of this, and it's kind of Really? Mall world is a widely reported phenomenon where individuals experience recurring, highly vivid, and often lucid dreams set in a sprawling, interconnected mall-like structure. Yes, these dreams often discussed feature consistent, non-existent locations, hotels, abandoned homes. Yes, airports, transport. Yes, 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 and being on a quest or an alternate. Yes, really. I mean, it's once a week, sometimes every night. I dream of Mall World. Yeah, always a crazy adventure, always something. I have got it's going through my mind right now, so many different uh different wow. Wow. And they're fun too. They're fun and they're long. Really? This is a thing. What? I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me that did this. Really, it's a whole thing. I could spend the rest of the show talking about different mall dreams. Huh. Huh. Really? No. Wow. Wow. And this is why we do AMA AJAs, because I learn so much and I love sharing. But so it's called Mall World. And I'm telling you, I've had thousands of mall dreams. Like now after this, I'm going to have one tonight. Yeah. What do you think about reptile race with the Epstein's what? A reptile race. With the Epstein's files and David, okay, interdimensional low frequency. Sure. Okay, so this is continuing here. Yeah. Okay. You know what's sad about all of that? I don't know if we're ever going to get to the bottom of it. And it's just disturbing. And what was the most recent thing that was sent to me was David Copperfield and another magician in the Epstein files. And it's just here. Okay. I'm going to give you a quick thought on this whole thing. When you are so rich and life is at another level that the vast majority of people on this planet know nothing about that world. And so when you are at that level, a 200-foot yacht with a helipad on it and 10 homes around the world and, billions of dollars, when you are at that level, what does it take for you to say, wow, that's crazy? What experience do you have to do something new, for you to go, because for the average person going shopping for clothes or shopping for a new car, or you want to get a new apartment or a new home or whatever, just these vacation, or go to something new or a new movie or whatever it is. That is something that is always being done. And there you go. Now, if you are at that level, right? You're at the Elon Musk level. You're at the celebrity level of something where you've seen it all. What is it that some average person like myself can say to somebody like that where they go, oh, that's cool? No. So what do they do for Crazy Town, for new experiences? And then you have something like Epstein Island. Okay. All right. And I can promise you this. Epstein Island isn't the only one. And that's the gathering of to go to and to experience that goes on. That elite, the elite of the elite is out there hanging out and doing stuff all the time. And it's just not part of our world. We don't hear about it. We don't know about it. And that's it. That's the crazy part. How could they? I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you the facts. What is it that you can say to them? Man, so today, man, I got this new tennis racket. I got this new, whatever it is, I got the new iPhone or whatever. That's not going to make one of them go, oh, yeah, really? Tell me about it. No, they don't give a shit. They're at another level. So what do they do? Yeah. That's crazy. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. I don't know if we'll ever know. Okay. Continuing. What does this say? Is that your own Fabio hair in the band, Jimmy? Or do you need a rock star wig? Look, I'm 62. Look at my hair. Now it's gray. You can see the gray. There's lots of gray in there. But this is my hair. I've always had the hair. And I get it cut twice a month because it grows like that much. And I've always had it. Look, see how gray this is? I guess the next rite of passage that I'm looking forward to is, when do I get my gray hair? This is now all gray. You look at this 5 years ago, it was half and half. Look at this 10 years ago, it was brown. And now it's not. And I dig it. But it's weird. If you look, you can see the gray. You can see it. You can see the gray. Right? You see it? But I've always had this hair. I've always had it. Always had it. All right. Do I need a rock star wig? It's an awesome question. Well, I keep my promise to Esperanza. How do you know about any promises between Esperanza and I? See, that's one of the reasons why I don't. That right there, man. I keep my private life private. Keep my private life private right there. Trying to make my private life public ain't going to happen. It's just not. And I would appreciate it if you didn't probe into my private stuff. Wearing the same shirt, but I bet the underwear you changed. Ken, we're gonna tear it up in Lima. I cannot wait for that. Ken is coming with me to Peru. It's going to be so much fun. All right. Let's see. This is from I plus Muppet. Hey, Mr. C, full disclosure happened tomorrow. Would it count as undeniable proof to you? Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm already there with it. We were talking about this last night with Chris Ramsey. Talk about it a lot. I've seen way too much. That's it. That's it. I've seen way too much. My own experiences, the evidence, the research, the stuff that I've done my entire life on the subject has always leaned in that direction. And then suddenly I'm seeing stuff and experiencing stuff. And that's it. There's something going on. Do I know what planet they're from? Do I know what it is? Is it us from the future? I don't know any, I don't have those answers, but there is something going on. So I've had my own version of disclosure. Having something definitive laid out on who and what is visiting us and what the contact has been and who is here, that would just be wonderful. But that doesn't change my position. No, I've had my version of disclosure and I'm okay with that. There's no way anybody can talk me out of anything that I've experienced. I've seen too much, way too much. So yeah. All right. Let's see what's next. Where did you live in Chicago? Where did you hang out? I was born in Waukegan at Great Lakes Naval Base. Great Lakes Naval Station. I lived in a few different places. I lived in North Chicago. I lived in Fort Sheridan, then to Waukegan, and also Mundelein. So that's where I did my hanging out. I left. It was a Mundelein High School. I left there to move to Panama, and I was 14. I just showed you pictures of that era. So it wasn't like I was an adult hanging out at places. No. I remember Gino's Pizza. I remember the Westfield Mall. Used to go there. But other than that, I was really too young. Most of my memories are on the military bases and stuff like that. So there you go. What would make it verifiable? Talking about disclosure, what would make it verifiable to us? That's yeah. I don't know. I don't want. What would make it verifiable? A statement from the government? They would have to verify it themselves, right? So would they verify it with video of them hanging out at Area 51 with an alien and interviewing them? I don't know. Bringing ET onto the stage in the press room in the Oval Office, would that do it? Something public, maybe a national or world tour, going to different arenas and maybe stepping out on stage at the United Nations. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I mean, what would be verifiable to everybody? I don't know. I mean, like one where everybody's on the same page. Okay, this has happened. Yeah, it's yeah, that's a great question. That is a really great question. Am I still in touch with my stepdaughter? That's private. It's private. We'll not discuss that. Let's see. Dio, Holy Diver. Man, I miss Ronnie. I miss Ronnie. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is from Jane B. Jimmy, did you ever play the Vogue in Indy in the early 80s? I sort of did. I auditioned for a band at the Vogue. I didn't make the gig, by the way. And right after that, I came to LA. But I played with that band like twice or three times. I don't even remember their name. And I played with them in like Terre Haute, and I played with them in Bloomington, like auditioning. And then at the Vogue, they were headlining like on a Friday night or something. So I went in, the band was set up for sound check, and they had like 5 guys come in and play guitar. And I'll tell you what happened. So I did that, and I played like 3 or 4 songs on stage. And then the guitar player that I was replacing was leaving the band. And then he ended up not leaving the band. Yeah. So it wasn't that I didn't make the cut. I made the cut. But the guitar player didn't quit. Man, I was pissed off about that. I was not happy after all of that. It was like a month I was playing with them at different clubs. But yeah, I hit the stage at the Vogue in the middle of the afternoon. Yeah, it was a great venue. Saw a lot of bands there. A lot of bands. The Vogue was this theater nightclub in downtown Indianapolis, everybody. Major venue before, like in between the clubs and like Market Square Arena. You know, that was like the other big spot where touring bands would come in and play. So if you couldn't fill up the arena, you played the Vogue. And it probably held, it was great venue, probably held 2,000 or 3,000 people, I'm guessing. So many guys used maple necks back then. I am still a maple neck guy. My preference, some guitars you can't, you know, don't come with maple necks, but I don't even know. Hold on. Yeah, it's kind of funny that I say that everything behind me is rosewood or ebony, except for that RG. That's a nice guitar. That's an RG 550. I've got like 5 of those in here. There's one there. That's maple. But up above, you can't see this, but up above, maple, 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 maple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 maple necks behind me just in this section, but you can't see any of them. And there's a whole row there. So you can't, I don't know. Yeah. So, you know, that's maple, that's maple, that's maple, but you can't see what's up above it. And no, you can't see there either. Okay. Anyway, I'm a maple neck guy. I am. I even have a Les Paul with a maple neck. I have 2. There's one right there, maple fretboard Les Paul, and then I have some Les Pauls out in the living room. That and one of those is a maple neck, maple fretboard, which is rare. It's a roasted maple, and that Les Paul, it's a gold top. That Les Paul is, man, it's old, like 25 years old. Yeah. That's a really cool guitar. Gold top with the maple fretboard. Yeah. I don't know the history behind that guitar. I'm just scrolling, everybody. So just stay with me. Looking for all caps. Jimmy, what is your opinion on Dogman with all of the sightings going on? My take, I think it's all connected. I think Dogman is interdimensional with a lot of cryptozoology. I think a lot of this is interdimensional. So Dogman, and then if you jump back and you look at like all of the gods of Egypt, right? And you look, is that real? Is it made up? Is it just some representation and they wanted to have this human hybrid thing? You know, look at Thoth, right? Look at Anubis, and which are dogmen. And so is that just a representation of what is going on now? And what did they see back then? So stay with me. Is it possible, and I say yes, is it possible that these dimensions just bleed into each other and we have a brief glimpse of something from another multiverse world that is around us? And just for that instant, we see something and then it goes away. I think that would explain a lot. So that I'm okay with it, man. I really am. Let's see. Okay, so this is so many questions. From my AMA a year ago, mystery deaths surrounding close ties to UFO military circles. Frank Zappa's father-in-law. Is it true? Okay. I'm going to tell you something really crazy about Frank Zappa. Okay? That point right there that is made. Frank Zappa was born and raised here in Lancaster. And Lancaster is 1 block away from me. It's 2 cities, Lancaster and Palmdale. They touch. They're both very small. That's where Frank Zappa's from. He was born and raised here. Well, what's here? Lockheed, Aerospace, NASA, Edwards, right? So, yes. Yes. And especially back then, nobody lived out here. The only people that lived in the 50s and 60s and 70s here in Palmdale and Lancaster, it was all military and aerospace, period. Full stop. That's it. It's the middle of the desert. It was all research, all top secret stuff. So, yes, the answer to your question, so many questions, is yes. There's no question about it. If you lived out here with your family in the 50s and 60s and 70s, you were in the aerospace industry. You were dealing with the Air Force. You were dealing with NASA, advanced aircraft. You were breaking the speed of sound. All of that stuff is what went on here. Okay? So the speculation beyond that, I'm just telling you, it's a way of life out here. All of it. It's changed a little bit, but still the majority of people that live here are part of the aerospace industry in some fashion or another. That's it. That's the community that is here. And it's wonderful too, by the way. It's just totally great. All right. So, okay, hold on. Let's see here. Heather, what are they doing? Why aren't they doing a closing ceremony on the last day of CMX? See you Friday. Hey, Heather, how you doing? Looking forward to seeing you again. I don't know. I just got sent the final schedule this morning. I haven't looked at it. So I don't know. Why, you want to do one? You want to partake in the closing ceremony? You know, we can do our own, right? I don't know. I'll see you Friday. It's going to be great to see you again. Heather from Mansfield. Okay. Looking at the clock. Let's get some more questions in. Beep, 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 beep. And what is this a real question? What is your favorite Michael Jackson song? From what era? Oh, so Michael Jackson, not the Jackson 5. Okay, so Michael Jackson. Man, Billie Jean is pretty strong, isn't it? Thriller's really good. Both those records are just amazing. Everything on Thriller is crazy great. But there's something about Billie Jean. It's a great song. It's written right. And the lyrics, right, are all there. But his performance is unreal. But when you listen to, and you can go and do it, listen to the isolated tracks of Michael's voice. His breath work and how he handles that is just it's just so good. So, all right, let's see. This is for any thoughts on the Kailasa temple in India. Let me take a look at it real quick. Hold on. Because there's so many. Oh. This okay, hold on. So everybody understands what we're talking about here. Let me just let's do this. Let's see if I can. That's not a good enough picture. I'm going to grab something. Just hang on so I can show it to you. It's crazy. There's no doubt about it. Let's see. Will this save? Yes, it will. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Every time I see this temple and look at it, you're like, how? So this is it. And I got every time, you see this. So how? Right? So you would have to know, if you're building this, you would have to know how far down rocks go. And what I don't know what it's carved from. I don't know these things. Is it granite? Is it something else? I don't know. But it's all one piece. And going down that far and building it from one rock and then quarrying it and bringing in other stuff, it's without a doubt one of the most breathtaking things that you can ever see. I haven't been there, but it is absolutely massive. And yeah, I so want to just continue talking about this and showing more pictures, but every time I see it, I'm just blown away. How did that get done? Yeah, man. I want to go to India. I do. I want to go to India. India is one of those spots. There's so much of this in India. So, all right, let's see here. Will you ever tell us about your UFO and alien encounters? Man, I do it so much. I often wonder if I'm just talking about this stuff too much. All I have to do is just stop and think. If somebody comes at me, because there's so much has happened. If somebody comes at me and says, "Hey, have you ever seen fill in the blanks?" And then I can go, "Yeah, I've seen something like that." Well, tell me about it. Okay, I will. I can go into that experience. I just have so many. So many. I've only had two like direct encounters where I saw beings. Okay, two. And those are strange that I know of. And that whole mall world thing, that's messing with me a lot. That's really messing with my head. But as far as aliens go and UFOs, I've seen I don't even know. One night I was out, I was with Adrian, the two of us, and he wanted to just sit in the backyard one night and just look up at the sky. So we brought out the telescopes and binoculars and the night vision, and we sat in my backyard. And that night, I've been in my backyard a lot, and I've seen a lot of my backyard, but this one particular night that we were out there, it was like We were doing a countdown in between the two of us, going 10, 9, 8, 7, looking to, and so we were seeing something like every 5 seconds, 4 seconds, different thing. We saw a couple of twice in this one night, 2 flaming meteors. How often do you see one? We saw 2 on the same night, hours apart in different directions. That was weird. We saw flashers, different directions, low, high, different colors, to the point where, and I remember, and we did it till like 3:00 in the morning. And later we were discussing this with some friends, and somebody says, "So how many did you see?" And Adrian goes, "I don't know, man. 1,000 in one night." It was crazy. How many seconds are in a minute? 60? That's how many per minute. So when I say 1,000, it's not, or when he said 1,000, it's a pretty accurate guess. It could have been more. And I've never seen it jump off like that. Low, high, crazy. Yeah. One of the and this is from Red Wolf. That's a great question. One of the sightings that I had that I immediately contacted Avi Loeb about. So I go out, I'm upstairs on I have 2 patios. I'm in the upstairs patio. And I just happen to be facing north. I've got my night vision out, but this was without my night vision. Clear sky. It was around midnight, 11:30. I'd have to go back and look at my emails and my text to Avi exactly when it went down. But I told him, this is it. This is when it happened. He got the exact timestamp. From the north, this white ball went from horizon over my head to horizon in about 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. But I saw it come up over the horizon. It's way out in space. Okay. Whatever. Anyway. And I see it. And I just watch it. And then I see it go over the horizon. Oh, what the hell was that? Now, that was a flyby of planet Earth. Hauling balls. And so I turn around and I'm facing, I was like, I'm trying to figure out what I just saw. What travels that fast? Right? Okay. And as I'm collecting my thoughts, it happens again. Same spot. All the way across, horizon to horizon at midnight. And I pick up my phone. I'm texting Avi. I send Avi an email. It happened right now. I'm looking at my phone. I've got the exact time. I said, man, somebody out there, satellite, telescope, whatever, saw it. And it happened twice. And this was the timestamp. And I came down. That was on my phone. And then I came here into the studio where I can type. I don't like typing on the phone. That's, I can't get my thoughts out correctly, but I sent that to him and I texted him. Then I came down here and I wrote him a longer email. He responded first thing in the morning. He said he checked with all of the observatories and checked and nobody saw anything. So then I call him and I go, that's bullshit, right? He goes, Jimmy, nobody saw any. I said, that's impossible. It didn't happen once. It happened twice. Okay, not once, but twice. So Everybody said there's no way that was not seen and recorded and measured. There's just, it's a pop. Well, Jimmy, man, I don't have an answer for you. I said, Avi, it was crazy town. Please stay on this. I've talked to him about it since then. He said nobody responded to it. And I saw that by myself. And it happened too quick. There's no way you're not shooting a video of that. You're not it went from horizon to horizon. That's how long it took. All right. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe 4 seconds. Twice. Hey, Jimmy, Richard Hoagland would be a great guest. Is he still around? I haven't heard Richard Hoagland's name in years. Is he still around? I think, when did I had him on the show. Man, that had to have been like 2013. Are there other people in your mall world dreams? Yeah. Yep. Friends. I remember one mall world dream. I don't want to get too deep into this, but here's an example. Guns N' Roses is playing at the mall, and I'm with Dizzy and Axel and some other friends, and we are walking to the stage, which is somewhere at the end of the mall, and we almost don't get there. It was an all-night dream of us going through the small struggle, this and that, and one challenge after another, going through this mall and around and entrances and back. It was insane. And then we get to the stage. And we're there. And I'm with Dizzy specifically. Him and I are really close friends. And we get to the stage, and there's a crowd of people who were backstage. And I woke up. Alarm went off or whatever. Dream was over, but we got to the stage, and then I remember all of it. That was crazy. But that's a classic example of one of my mall world dreams. I've had so many. Yeah. There's this one that repeats all the time. And there's like this roller coaster, monorail roller coaster thing that goes through this mall, multiple levels, and it ends at a casino. I've had that mall world dream of this mall with a casino and this roller coaster. I've had that dream hundreds of times. Hundreds. Yeah. Yeah, man. Sometimes I work there. Sometimes, man, I had this whole mall world thing. I worked at a pizza shop that had like 3 floors in the pizza shop. I'm talking about, I'm going to work, I'm leaving, going back, and then coming back and going to work the next day at this pizza shop in the shopping mall, and the adventures of going through. Man, thousands of times I've dreamed that. And yeah, a lot of friends are in those dreams. Yep. Very rarely alone. Very nice Gibsons. I have a 1977 Black Explorer. Oh, nice. Bought in 78 for $770. Man, you paid all the money. If that's how much you paid in 1978, it must be nice. As an art object, never learned to play. Is that right? I'll tell you what. Right behind me, that Les Paul, that's new. I have old ones, but that one is new. And what's really cool about that guitar, that's called the Double Trouble. Gibson had to stop making the double cream humbuckers, the PAFs, because of DiMarzio. All right, DiMarzio owned the trademark on the double cream. So you see black, black, black and white like that, right? Black and cream. But this right here, that's rare. Gibson couldn't do that because of the trademarks. I don't know if the trademark went out or whatever, but last year, Gibson finally came out with that, which is what Ace Frehley played in the 70s. Right? So I immediately got one because this fed my childhood dream of having a cherry sunburst Ace Frehley guitar. But that's what that is right there. And it's super nice, man. Super nice, super beautiful. All right. Enough guitar talk. I love talking guitar. Are you gaming at the moment? I'm still doing my my racing sims, and I do like Le Mans. That's the one I'm doing now, and also Forza Horizon, and the new, finally after 4 years, FH6 is coming out next month. I've got that pre-ordered. Very excited about this. So it's been 5 years since a new version of Forza is out. And this one is in Japan. The current one is in Mexico. But this is in Japan. Very excited about that. 2 more weeks, I think. Yeah, 2 more weeks. It's out. And yeah. Le Mans. I like that, Le Mans. So that's what I'm not. I don't do anything else. I should. My problem, like with No Man's Sky and other stuff, and my daughter wanted. I started playing a game with her too as well, which is a science fiction game, and they all take investment of time, which I don't have, and like No Man's Sky, which is amazing and it's endless and it's infinite. But nah, I don't have that kind of time. At least with the racing games, and I'm in a league, and I have a group of I've never met, but I have a group of friends that I play with, and I've got my gaming headset and all that, and even my cars are custom painted, so they all, not all of them, but a lot of them will say fade to black. Some even have jimmychurchradio.com on it. I only use the number 14. Okay. So if you're out there goofing around and you see whatever, and you see 14 on a car, take a closer look, take a picture of it, take a look. It might be me. Yeah. I have, so when you go and you jump into that, you can share your designs. And I've got hundreds of thousands of downloads of my paint jobs. Yeah. Yeah. Really into it. And I've gotten really good at it. And so if I have a spare day and I jump in there, sometimes I won't race at all. I'll just spend all day in a paint shop and doing these custom paint jobs. Yeah. Okay, so I game. Have you ever made your own guitar? Yeah, I've made many. Made many. Most of the guitars in here I've modified, built from scratch. There's 2 right there, and then there's 3, and then there's the flame right there. Oh, you can't see it. There's that. But yeah. I have here, I probably have 3 that started off as a piece of wood, and then I carved it completely. Yeah. I haven't done my own necks. The only neck that I've done, I put frets in that guitar, and the nut and everything. I did that once, and it turned out to be really good. I'll never do it again. It took too much time. But necks and that kind of work, no. And the routing, I leave that to somebody else. But I'll carve the body, and then hand that off to Pat Wilkins and so forth. Okay. Okay, we are now out of time. I'll see if I can squeeze in one last question. And if it doesn't pop up quickly, I will say goodnight, and I'll see everybody tomorrow with Ron James. Am I a Metallica fan? Of course. Who isn't a Metallica fan? Isn't that everybody? Okay, one more question. One more. Nope, we're done. All right, everybody. Fantastic AMA tonight. Had a great time. I will see everybody here tomorrow with Ron James. His new film is coming out. We have the trailer, and we will play that tomorrow night as well. And the film features all of his work that he has been doing in Washington, D.C., and the hearings and everything else. So that's tomorrow night with Ron James. Until then, all I've got is go back, Lee Tap. Fade to Black is produced by Hilton J. Palm, Renee Newman, and Michelle Freed. Special thanks to Bill, John, Dex, Jessica, Dennis, and Kevin. Webmaster is Drew the Geek. Music by Doug Aldrich. Intro, Space Boy. Fade to Black is produced by KJCR for the Game Changer Network. This broadcast is owned and copyrighted 2024 by Fade to Black and the Game Changer Network, Inc. It cannot be rebroadcast, downloaded, copied, or used anywhere in the known universe without written permission from Fade to Black or the Game Changer Network. I'm your host, Jimmy Church. Go back, Lee Tappy.